Did you have more fun then, or you having more fun now?
Or it's different?
I had more fun then. I mean, I have a ball now, but I had a ball back then because it was fun and dangerous.
And dangerous. I knew you was gonna say that.
So it was exciting.
I swear to God. I swear to my phone. He don't never say that. I'm gonna say he gonna say it's fun and dangerous. That's just some shit from the hood.
Yeah,
we like that.
Yeah. You know, the anticipation of knowing, like, damn, we may bump heads over here. Hey, okay, shit, it's on.
Right.
You know, let's go.
Which you did bump heads over there.
All the time.
I'd seen I don't know if it was a interview
Suge,
you
right?
did. Nah, something about you with Suge, right? That you had to get out of the studio.
Because you was the only one.
I went to the it was a session. I went to go see Snoop and everybody. You know, I hadn't seen everybody in a minute, so I went up there. And it was a studio session. Everybody in that motherfucker partying, everybody doing Tupac and everybody, all of us. No, Tupac wasn't in there. It was the Dog Pound, Snoop, everybody, all our whole.
But this is the Pac era of Death Row.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you knew Dog Pound back then? Because that was...
I've known him all my life.
Okay.
Shit. I'll get into
Let's
that.
get into it. I'm excited. I'm excited. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They came through the funk. The Dog Pound came through the funk.
Okay.
Me.
The funk, that's right.
Yes, indeed. So we was in the studio. I mean, we bumped heads a couple times. You know, I ain't like into bashing the motherfucker. And I won't bash him or nothing like that because I've known them niggas since shit. When I was about 15 years old, the first time I met him, I went to a Wet n Wild party.
Talking about Suge.
With Suge, with Dre now. Way back Easy and Dre.
But he was a bodyguard, right?
Huh?
They called him Marianne back then?
No, they called him Suge back then. Yes,
but he was a bodyguard at first, right?
Yeah, with
and then he started managing.
He was around Bobby Brown and Easy, hanging around Easy and them and all. You know, just cool nigga.
Right.
But, you know, now it was a situation that happened where, you know, I came in the studio. You know, everybody's in there. You know, I was cracking on Def Jam. Everything was popping. So, you know, I'm thinking all this shit is all good. So one of my guys come in that I knew that was part of his team was like, Warren, Suge want to holler at you. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm coming in there. I'm just right here talking to all my guys. So we talking, he come in again like, Warren, Suge wants you. I'm like, okay, I'm coming. Let me talk to my guys. Right. And then so he came in there and was like, Warren, man, let me holler at you, man. And I was like, shit, let me see what the fuck this nigga wants, man. God damn. So I went in there, walked in, went in the room, and once, you know, when we got in there, the door shut. You know, another door came over from this side. Right? Yeah, another door came over from this side, and then it was a dude I knew came out, was just like, Blood, you tried to set me up. So I'm like, huh? What the fuck I look like trying to set you up? This is my nigga too. Like, this was my guy. We used to drink, smoke together, all kind of shit from the beginning. Like, yeah, some bitches told me that. When he said some bitches, I said, oh, this nigga, this some bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I don't even get down like that.
Right.
So, you know, so he woofing, so they, you know, going at, he talking to Suge, and Suge like, Blood, you Warren, you, this is us. So I'm like, nah. So I'm just chilling. So he like walk up on me like he tripping and just wham, just snatch my shit. Mind you, I had a 40 Glock on my hip. I could have pulled that motherfucker out and started busting. But I said, you know what? I'm like, shit, I can't, this gonna be the end of my shit. Right. Like, I'm gonna be done. All this shit gonna be done. Because they gonna be shot, I'm gonna be shot coming out because you got a gang of motherfuckers on the outside, like banged out motherfuckers. You got police, the whole nine. So it was a no-win situation. So one of my homeboys, Big C Style, he came in there like, what's up? Like, what's going on? What's happening with Warren? Why y'all fucking with Warren? You know? So they like, they talking. So while they talking, I hit that door now, boop. And I eased out that motherfucker, and I walked through the kitchen, and I seen one of my homeboys, two of my guys, I looked at them like, nigga, these niggas tripping. I didn't want to alarm nobody, so I got to the hallway, and I ran up, not ran, but I walked out the hallway, so as I'm going down the hallway, he came storming out that motherfucker, get that nigga blood. As soon as he said that shit, I took over. I was playing.
Who said get that nigga? Suge? Okay.
Oh, it was Suge.
They niggas started running. All you seen was just like some dominoes, just pop. They fell.
All right.
So I got a chance to get out that motherfucker. I jumped in my truck. I had a big ass, I think it was a Denali truck or some big black motherfucker on big old knobbies. So I got in my goddamn truck. I backed that motherfucker. I was like, nigga, fuck y'all. Whoop, took off. Right. And the whole thing about that is that I didn't know Dre had left. Death Row.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So
the news wasn't out.
So I didn't know, but that shit happened to me in there. But then I called my uncle. I said, Ron, these motherfuckers just snatched my chain. I was mad as a motherfucker. I was like, he was like, give me somebody's number, Warren. Mm-hmm. So gave him. He called Snoop, and who was that you called, Ron? And he told him straight up. He said, "Look, if my nephew chain don't come out that motherfucker, I'm gonna blow that motherfucker up." He's a special type of guy.
Yeah, I can tell.
Like it's different. Like I'm talking Navy SEAL type shit. That's well. Let me quit because I don't want to get you in trouble. And Snoop called me like, G-Dub, come get your chain, man. I said, hell no, nigga, I ain't going back up there to get that chain. Nigga, keep that motherfucking hold it, and when I see you, I'll get it. Right. But the whole time I didn't know Dre left. I wish he would have called me like, nigga, don't go around that shit. Them niggas is tripping.
Right.
You know, but some of his homeboys had always used to tell me like, Warren, they own something else. You know, just kind of stay out the way.
So let me ask you, because to me, you was an insider. That was like an outsider because you wasn't signed to Death Row technically.
Right.
At one point, again, I'm an outsider. I'm looking, but this Death Row looked like the funnest fucking place in America.
Oh, it was off the chain.
Like it went from it being like Queensbridge. I'm from Left Rack City, but Queensbridge is not too far away, right? Queensbridge is a wild ass neighborhood. But let me just tell you something. It's the funnest time of my whole fucking life. It's a dangerous ass, but it's fun as fuck. Yeah. So me looking from the outside in, I would look at Death Row and be like, this is like a fun ass fucking label. These guys got perms. These guys is good Cadillacs.
No, we had a ball.
Then, at what point did it go from stop being fun? Was it the gang thing?
I think once the money started rolling in, you know, that's when everything kind of like started to change a little bit.
Sorry,
but wait, they didn't want to sign you at Death Row?
Shit, I didn't get signed to them. So you know, I don't know what.
Could there have been a thing that because you were at Def Jam that they were like, well, you should have been over here? Like, could that have ever been a thing? After it popped off.
You know, after motherfuckers wasn't fucking with me, I was like, shit, let me get out and do my motherfucking thing. You know, because it just, you know, it wasn't right. You know, but. Like I said, we had a ball. Don't get me wrong. I had fun with Suge. You know, we had a lot of fun. We just bumped heads a few times that wasn't cool. You know, another incident was where, when we was young in the game, at the Solar Studio, and they pulled out the contracts. And I was just like, myself, I'm like, shit, you can't just sign this shit.
In the studio?
In the studio. So you can't
y'all just vibing, and Suge just comes and brings out the cards?
Well, we had been doing our thing, so it was time for...
Is we working on the Chronic or no?
Huh?
Are we working on the Chronic?
Was we doing the Chronic? I think we was doing the Chronic then. Okay. So I told Snoop, I was like, shit, don't sign that shit. Don't sign that contract, get a lawyer. Oh. You know, and one of my constituents went in there and told him that I told him not to sign it. So when he heard that shit, here you go again.
That's the story.
Hey, blood,